Hello, so this is a video on the AGA Ellesmere 5. No, this is not the Ellesmere EC model, the one with a handle. This has got a handle on the left. I think the other one's got a handle on the right. I quite like it. It's very efficient, but it's notoriously difficult to remove the baffle and therefore clean the chimney, the flue. So I managed to do it, and I'm going to tell you how I managed to do it. So first I'm going to tell you how I managed to remove the baffle. So what you do is, I'm not going to actually remove it, but I'm just going to tell you how, because it's, as I said, it's quite difficult. So what you do is, there is a handle here, little handle, you cannot see it, but it's quite dark. But you lift that, and then you bring the baffle high and you tilt it towards the left on this brick as high as you can, and then lift so it makes more space because there's more space up here, and then you kind of bring to an angle, lift it to the right, lift it to the left and tilt it downwards, and then you should be able to, I made a mistake first. So first you have to lift the baffle and remove this brick on the right hand side brick. Then is what I just said, that you lift this upwards, lift the baffle upwards all the way up. You should be able to have a bit of space. Now this is a 2 baffle model as well. So it's got another baffle here. You cannot see, but it's got 2. It's got this main baffle, very heavy, and it's got one internally, which helps with the efficiency. So as I said, lift it all the way up and you should be able to bring it down. So then once you bring the baffle down, then it should be nice and simple. The bricks are very easy to remove. Now I tried to put it back and I couldn't, so I tried different ways, maybe just my particular model, my particular purchase, but I couldn't do it. So what I had to do was, I had to take this brick, the left hand side brick, take it out, and this brick on the left hand side goes higher. It's not the same size as the right hand side, so I cut it with an angle grinder, made exactly the same as the right hand side brick. So the left becomes the same as the right hand side brick. Once you do that, basically have more space on the left hand side to manipulate the very heavy baffle. Okay, so then going into putting it back together. So you start with the left baffle. Obviously you put these grates at the bottom. So you start with the left hand side baffle. As I said, it has been cut here. Then you put only the left hand side back brick. You don't make sure you don't put the right hand side brick, because that's going to help you with manipulating the baffle. So then you take the baffle, that you've got 2 baffles, by the way. This is a double baffle, as we said. Then you fit them together. Make sure that before you remove them, make sure you're happy which one is backwards, which one is forward, which one is the inside, which one is the outside, as in which one is facing the fire and which one is facing the flue. Just make sure you make a good note of that. So once you have the 2 baffles, you can easily see kind of the fit together. At the bottom here, you can see that this baffle, which is much thinner, sort of fits with the very heavy baffle here. So as I said, you've got this brick and that brick. Then you take the baffle. Again, you basically do the same thing you did to remove it. So you lift it all the way up and lift it as much as you can, and you should just sit on top of this now. You should sit on top of the left and the back brick, and then slowly put the right hand side brick, and then finally you've got this brick, which is very easy then to put together by lifting the baffle a little bit. that should be it. Hopefully, as I said, it's very difficult, and also I should mention that just to make my job a bit easier with this very strong, very heavy baffle, which is also very strong, I had to cut on the four corners, cut the with the angle grinder again, cut the four corners of the heavy baffle, the big, the metal one, the very heavy one, and that gave a bit more space to be able to manipulate inside the wood burner. And also make sure you have a bit of space left here, because I think that helps with the circulation of the air going up. And hopefully that should be it for you. It's, as I said, it's a bit difficult, but not impossible. And by cutting this brick and cutting the four corners of the baffle with angle grinder, it should be much easier. Thanks.